Man, there we go. I guess I probably couldn't name it that because we might get copyright stricken.
What's that?
I'll call it the weekend update. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So this is the blue is pretty cool. Because it gives you an option to gives you like 30 seconds before your tweet's uploaded, just to really make sure that you want to send it. Oh, come on. Every time. Every time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sober Swole podcast. My name is Jake Howard.
And I go by DJ Swirl.
Chocolate and vanilla swirl.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the Sober Swole podcast. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to Royalty Nutrition. That's royaltynutrition.com. And to help me out with that is Warhorse.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Royalty Nutrition. They are a veteran-owned and operated supplement company that doesn't automatically use the cheapest ingredients while making the supplements to help you along your path to your fitness goals. Check them out using discount code 37HAKE to save you 50% on your entire order. My next shout out to the even to Gorilla Gains. That's gorilla-gains.com. They are a fitness apparel company that you can work comfortably in and out of the gym. They also make great equipment that helps you stay safe while you train. Check them out. Use discount code Jake15 to save you 50% on your entire order. And to talk about the great and vast Buy to Buy empire. Here is DJ Swirl.
Crate and Barrel. Let's give a shout out to them. Handled a delivery this morning. Spoke with a gentleman named Dylan who had a circus going on inside the store, and was happy that I was there. We had a great discussion and exchanged info, and should hear back from them soon. And the customer was awesome as well. She had a teenage daughter. We shared a laugh about having girls, and her house was immaculate. And the pieces that I brought made it even better. And that's what we do. We help you from the time that you buy until the time that we say goodbye. That is at BUYTOBYE everywhere you are, from the time you buy until the time we say goodbye. On-demand delivery, moving, staging, TV mounting, and assembly. That is the practical side of Buy to Buy. And the content creation side is what you see right here. This is Buy to Buy Studios. High quality, low stress, remote controlled. Shout out to Flex Chef. I just saw the thumbs up pop on in my peripheral vision. Our man is in the building already. But yes, Buy to Buy Studios. If you have a podcast, if you're a musician, a DJ, if you're an artist, if you are someone who has a talent and you want to expand your horizons, hit us up. We will consult, we will discuss, we will plan, we will ideate, we will put it all together for you and help you produce a quality product that your fans will enjoy. That's at Buy to Buy Studios. Jake, what are we talking about tonight, bro?
Before we get into that, I need to acknowledge Flex Chef's comment and where my mind went right away.
Uh-oh. What happened?
So, yo, Mickey, yo. Okay. Now, are you familiar with The Office at all?
Yeah.
So Steve Carell's character, the boss, was always trying to make friends and be tight with the black guys that worked in the warehouse.
Oof. Very good.
Okay, and I can't remember the character's the actor's name. Dang it, Craig Robinson.
Yes.
Okay, so he ended up being the manager of the warehouse, and he told Michael that an inside term was licka,
Okay.
or something like that. So I saw this, and my mind immediately went to Steve Carell looking at Craig Robinson going licka. And then him saying back, look at the camera all.
Yep.
So thank you, Matt.
Mickey Ficky, that reminded me of a wrestler. Isn't there a Mick or Mickey?
Mick Foley.
Foley, that's what it, yeah.
And Mickey James is currently the TNA Women's Knockouts Women's World Heavyweight Champion. There's been a couple of Micks and Mickeys.
Little Nicky is the Adam Sandler movie, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Nicky.
I knew that was close.
But oh man, so weekend update. It got like below freezing
Bro,
out here.
I've seen so many people who are natives or have lived out here for the majority of their life. They're like, I don't remember it being this cold.
I don't understand. Well, one time when I was living in Tempe, there was like a little bit. There was like frost on the ground on the way to school.
Yep.
And there was like where the sprinklers go off every day, and it had frozen on the sidewalk. And the kids waiting for the school bus were like trying to skate around in it. And I was like,
I mean, I've gone golfing, and there've been like frost warnings to where we had to wait until the sun came up a little bit more till we could start. And like I've seen freeze warnings. I remember seeing it last year for sure, but like it was like for an evening, and then it was like 40 the next night. But like for like 5 and 6 and 7 days in a row, cold.
just good times.
I went up to Pine Top for the cold. I wanted for it to be mild here, but not the case.
I've been lied to. been misled.
So besides the weather, what else went down this weekend?
Well, I mean, nothing really.
So were you out in the weather this weekend?
No. It's like when it drops below like 70, my body hurts. And I just get cranky.
Mm-hmm.
So
70? Wow.
yeah. Like I can like I feel it in my knees a lot when it starts to get below when it gets cold.
Yeah.
So it takes me. It's like I'll be 35 in June. But like when it starts to get a wee bit nippy, like it takes me longer to get out of bed. It takes me longer to get warmed up. It's like, my God.
How did the kids react to it?
So the kids are all born and raised in Arizona thus far. So they all get excited because I get to wear a coat, check out these pants, cold weather shoes or boots or whatever. And I'm like, this is super.
I mean, I haven't bought anything for the NFL, like gear wise, in years, but I stay Chicago Bear attired up in the cold weather season because my mom is in Indiana, and every time she buys me gifts for Christmas, it's Bears something, and it's often cold weather. So like, I just looked at myself in the mirror when I was at Crate and Barrel today. I had a Bears hat on, I had a Bears top on, I had a Bears long sleeve shirt on underneath that, I had Bears sweatpants on. It's like just a walking advertisement, and like it wasn't on purpose. It's just when I get cold, I bundle up. Most of it says Chicago Bears on it. So I am a big Bears fan, but it's not that deep. Like, I'm not that guy rolling around with a Dallas Cowboy flag the day after Prescott does what he does. It's not that bad, but
I'd like to give a shout out to both of my parlays this week for not going through.
So I had Kelsey on my fantasy team, and I bet him touchdown last week. He didn't score.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't bet him this week. He scored twice. I was like, of course. And Pacheco got to the 1 yard line or something like that on a scramble, and I needed that. I did a TD only parlay.
Yeah, me too.
Nine TDs. I got 7 of them right.
Mine. So mine was like I had like it was a $5 bet, and if it would have hit, it would have been like $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I got I think 6 out of 9.
Yeah. And I was pissed too because I started a card, and something happened to where it booted me out, and I had Goddard on there in place of Pacheco. That would have been 8 for 9. I was definitely gonna miss the other one, but yeah.
It's like it is offensive to miss a parlay.
It's like that. You might as well miss by them all. You might as well miss them all, or get them all right. Don't miss just one. Like playing the lottery. Like it's $1.2 billion, and you get all of them but the Powerball number. Still win like $100,000. Pissed for the rest of your life. Because
I wish there was.
Have you ever won lottery?
No.
I think the most I've gotten is 4 on the same card, and I like puffed my chest out a little bit because I picked all the numbers, but I still was not close. Or I would have. I think I won like $10 or $20, something like that. But I mean, I've won like, you hit the Powerball number, you win your money back or whatever. But yeah, man, if I play Powerball and then I hit all of them but one number, I mean, I'd be grateful. Would for sure be grateful. Would help a lot. But 1.2 billies on the table. We talked about that annuity when it was what, 470.
Yeah.
something comical. I thought I saw an article that the person who won $2 billion still hasn't claimed their ticket.
Really?
Like the biggest one that happened last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still haven't claimed their ticket yet, and so it's getting close. I don't know what the time frame is, but I know it expires. I know that much.
Damn.
So I don't know how that works. I don't know how lottery rules work, but
Imagine if they just lost that shit.
so speaking of losing, where are the sales figures?
For lottery tickets?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I saw a website and I looked at it, and it looked like it was made by someone who was curious as well. It did not look official. But if they're giving away $1 billion, how much are they taking in?
Gotta be more than that.
Lottery is most definitely not a loss leader. They're not
Right.
losing money on it.
It goes towards education.
The fact that it took you didn't even finish that sentence before you started laughing. Like the idea that the numbers get as big as they are and people are just in line waiting to buy lotto tickets and spending 10 and 20 bucks a pop. Oof. The hustle is there. We just don't have access to it. And it's state run.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
There's one thing I trust with anything in my life, it's the state.
my oh my.
Get it? Because I don't. Anyway, so how was your weekend, man?
It was all right. I mean, I was busy. With work. Yeah, flex shed. That's a good question. Why, out of all of the things that people care about, why don't they care about where this money goes? Because, and so it's twofold, right? One, where are the sales figures? Where's the money that they get from the actual sales? And two, where is that money going when they split it? Because when they take that cash out payment, it splits it in half, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, so where does that money go? And they'll say it gets distributed here and here. Do we not have access to that? Do we not have, like, it's crazy, dog.
That seems like something that should be audited on a regular basis.
It sounds like something that should be talked about very frequently for the sake of transparency, if anything. But like the amount of commas that we're talking about, that money matters.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they always talk about when people ask for stuff, they always say, where's that money coming from? How are we going to pay for it? Is that what they say? Lottery?
Funding drug trades? Oh, he's saying because people play the lottery. It's like
yeah, man.
Buying drugs.
Yeah, we talk about sobriety on here. I mean,
well,
gambling
is an addiction.
Yeah. Do you know anybody addicted to lotto?
Probably not personally, but I'm sure if I hung around a gas station all day, I'd see the same people all the time.
I've worked at a few gas stations and sold plenty of lottery tickets in my day. And there were some usuals. There were those people who come in with a handful of tickets and there's a line of people waiting to pay gas and buy water and everything else, and they hold up the line, they buy more tickets, they scratch them off on the table. It is the same transaction in their mind. And that happens very infrequently, but yeah, man.
It's just wild. I guess you can't win if you don't play, right? But
No.
I guess I just don't see the value in rolling the dice with that much chance of not even getting any money back.
So how do you feel about like raffles at a baseball game? 50-50 raffle.
I usually don't fuck with those either.
Okay. Your odds are way better.
Right. I mean, your odds are way better, but I'm
Way better. And I feel like there's a communal, there's a social aspect to adding to the pot, so that if anyone wins, it's a bigger amount, right? I feel like there's, I don't know if it's pressure, but I remember being at a Cubs game and seeing the number and seeing it go up and blah blah blah, and having an urge to want to do it, and then thinking,
What's
you're not lucky.
I like bingo.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's like the old lady game or whatever.
Yeah.
But you sit there with your card or cards, depending on how you like to roll. Your marker.
You mean your
Little
dabber?
stamper. Yeah. Pardon me.
Yes.
Lingo correct.
Yes, pardon you. And I only say that because my wife and I, we used to go to Fort McDowell's Lunar Bingo. If you know where Fort McDowell Casino is?
No.
Fort McDowell Casino is 45 minutes from my house. Lunar Bingo started at midnight. So we would be there at 11-ish with my wife, with her bag of daubers. And they made it a club. And so they would have lights, music. They had a DJ, had an MC. It was a fun time. It was the most fun I've ever had at bingo. My wife is a giant fan of bingo. She loves playing that. I'm not very lucky. I've won a few times, but like, I'm a competitive person who participates in skill-based competition. So like, when the odds are not on my side, bro, I'd expect to not win. Like, any raffles at like potlucks or like team builders or whatever like that, dude, I never won. When you see people give iPads and stuff away, and you're like, not calling my name. I got to worry about that.
No, oh shoot. What was I gonna tell you? No, I went to play bingo once with a young lady that I was pretty into once upon a time.
You did it for her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this rules. I can see this being a thing.
But you've only done it once?
Yeah. I mean, I've never been like I've always had something else going on.
That's funny.
So
That literally sounds like a date night. We have a couple's date night. We can go play bingo at the casino.
I'd be way down with that. But the thing is, we don't have a babysitter.
Yeah, you do. You have teenagers.
Dude. All right. So last time we let Scarlett babysit, there is a burn mark on her carpet. Because she lost track of Jake Jr. And she went in there and took the heat lamp off of her hedgehog cage, set it on the carpet. Almost burnt the house down. so we're a little hesitant.
Sure. They haven't built a casino out yonder, out by you guys yet, right?
I think the closest one is in Tucson. On the way to Tucson.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Not so much.
Yeah, it's not too far. No, I haven't been like I went to where did I go meet Leah? My friend Leah was in town competing in the women's bodybuilding world championship out in the Rising Phoenix, and I went and saw her after the show because they were like $200 or some ridiculous number to go watch the show, and I was like, I love it. I called her. Listen, I love you. I have 6 children, so good luck. And
Yeah.
I'll come kick it with you before you go home. Okay, yeah, no problem.
No, but my in-laws, their latest, I don't know how many times they've caught. I want to say this is the only time, but my father-in-law has been staying clear of people just when he doesn't need to be around anybody. He's not very mobile anyway, but like, just not trying to get caught up. So my mother-in-law went with her friend. They went and played bingo at the casino. Came back with COVID.
Nice.
So they all got sick. So we'll be masked up. I just got my second booster yesterday. So nice and tender today. Didn't take a picture of it, didn't post about it because don't need to. So yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to put my do not disturb on. No, man. Like, hey. I don't know. I try and avoid being around a bunch of people as much as possible too.
Yeah.
Just because, not necessarily because I'm worried about getting sick, but more of I don't have the bandwidth. Like, I'm around noise 24/7, 365, and I'm tired.
I'm on the road so much, and I get disrespected just being in the vehicle I am all the time because I impede people's impatience. And so it's like, I had this guy today. I'm in Scottsdale, dude. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, there's traffic. And I'm in the left lane. I got to turn right soon. So I mosey over into the right lane. The exact millisecond that I put my turn signal on and then get over, I see the tail end. I see a side view mirror of a van behind me. And they're just like trying to get where I'm at the same time as me. We're both not going to fit. So it never got to the point to where they were like on top of me, but they made it a point to where I could see them after I finished the turn. And so then, unsurprisingly, comes around the outside, looks at me, I look at them, they roll their window down, I roll my window down, and he starts running his mouth. You didn't fucking see me? I said, do you see what I'm pulling? And waited for an answer. And we're at a stoplight, so neither of us are going to go anywhere. And I don't have the patience to get out of my car and try and do something with this dude. And I'm just like, you tried to pass me on the right-hand side in Scottsdale. So you would literally be where I'm at, but just, I would be a little bit behind where we're at right now. Like, there was no progress to be made. And so I said, so I put my hands up. I was like, where were you going to go? And he just flipped me off or whatever and rolled his window up. I'm like, awesome sauce, bro. Like, it's so unnecessary. And all that shit, people just rush into red lights, man. I don't get it. Do not get it. But like we've discussed it before, on both sides of the A and B, their life sucks. So
my favorite thing about living out here when it's not snowbird season is there's plenty of open road, and where I'm at is still policed by sheriffs, not by PDD.
mm-hmm.
So like unless you're injecting heroin into a baby soft spot while the car's on fire, there's just like,
yeah.
But you can go like 660 all the way up to like Rittenhouse in Queen Creek.
And it's normally what?
Oh, it's 45. It's the speed limit.
Okay.
But you know, when time is right, you can blatantly disregard.
Gotcha.
Because it's like for the people that actually live here, it's acknowledged. Like,
oh, sure.
just cruising. Yeah, but with the housing development things going up, it's slowed everything down.
Dog, there's the amount of growth on that side of town. Insane.
It's wild, right?
It's too much, man.
Yeah, I was telling Britt the other day, I was like, remember when we could like see the mountains that were out here? I loathe it. I loathe it bigly.
But you're part of it. You're part of the expansion.
I have been. This house was built in 2005.
Okay.
I am not part of the expansion.
Were you out here before 2005?
No, this house was.
Okay. But the other house that you were in is in the same area,
Built in 2006.
but houses don't necessarily get filled, and they don't just start from the time that they're built. Like my house was built in 79, but my tenure for here doesn't start until 2008 or 2010. So I'm not part of an expansion, but I am part of a shift in my community for sure.
Okay.
So, and you ventured farther out into from the city, which is what people do when they want to take advantage of new housing. So, you didn't get one fresh off the lot, but you got one that's still under warranty.
Well, so I wanted to be away from like the town as much as possible.
What's the town though?
Like Queen Creek and just hustle and bustle.
Okay, so
Excuse me.
Yeah, so the quiet. More quiet.
Yeah.
Says the guy who has dogs that bark at night.
My
And has 6 children in the house. You were a beacon of noise.
Yeah. I'm texting my wife right now.
All good?
Well, no, I was asking her to bring dogs in because
okay.
I heard young Flashwood announcing his get away from my yard noise.
Any more situations with the neighbor?
No.
Good. I'm glad we don't have anything to talk about.
No.
Like I don't want that to be a piece of drama in your life, your neighbor like that.
No. Neither do I. But I think he got the hint after I didn't respond to his nicely written letter.
Oh, you didn't write back?
No, I didn't write back.
Big on you, sir.
Hey, even after I cooled down, I have nothing constructive to say back right now. And it's I have nothing constructive to say to that man at all. But his wife still a delight. So is what it is.
So you were on another show right before this, correct?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Friend of the show, Mrs. Heather Watts. She does an Instagram live on her Instagram. So she's at Mrs. Watts _ WBFF and underscore pro. And she does Wellness Wednesday, where she has guests come on the show and they talk about different aspects of fitness and their life or whatever. And she invited me on to talk about. She's like, well, let's give me a rundown of your life. So I gave her a basic rundown on life with the ins and outs and ups and downs. She said, I think people really need to hear the amount of life you lived. And it's okay. I've had like 3 of them, so let's do this. And then we just talked about the aspects of fitness, why pushing drugs on everyone is unnecessary, what got me where I'm at right now, how being a husband and father is like to me, and stuff like that. It was a really good conversation. And for anyone out there, I am open to do more of that. Actually, that was a lot of fun. I would not mind being interviewed more often. Interviewing people is awesome because I love hearing other people's stories too. But I wouldn't mind being a guest from time to time.
So how long does her live usually last?
Anyone from a half hour, ours was like an hour 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
It was cool.
Not forever long.
Nope.
Not hanging on, clinging on.
Well, so the thing is about her is we're similar enough in some ways that we both could probably sit and talk for days. Like, do you remember when we first started doing the show? And I said, I thought you were a 3-hour show. Ready?
Yep.
So, but I think we both kind of had a it's conversations coming to an end before we start rambling about nonsense.
I'm glad that you recognize that.
And then I could hear my kids knocking stuff over and getting rambunctious outside. Yeah, that's probably a good time to go out there.
Yeah. Because that was right at dinner time, right?
Yeah. So, pardon me.
Bless you.
We're doing it live. but we goodness. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Both toddlers were in here for the first half of it, and running around and touching stuff they weren't supposed to. So I'd have to give like the dad eye.
And what's the name of her show?
I'm sorry.
What is the name of her show?
Wellness Wednesday.
Wellness Wednesday. Gotcha.
Bless you. Thanks, man. I love you.
Oh.
Yeah. I had a ball. She's good people. When are you going to start doing shows?
Well, as much as you say that you like to be on other people's shows, you have to be extended an invitation, and I don't get those. I don't know why. No, I can assume why, but I don't know. I'm someone who feeds off of the other person, so I feel like I'm able to give good context the more I'm able to listen. So I prefer to instead of talk, but this is a different change of pace. I like switching it up. I like taking the opportunity to. I have a lot to say. It's just that a lot of people don't necessarily want to hear what I say. So I don't sugarcoat things. Everything's sweet ain't sugar-coated. But I feel like I'm a nice guy. I feel like I'm a compassionate person. It's just that I don't pull punches with people for the sake of
pulling punches.
Just for the sake of, like, I don't want to say it's a privilege, but there's like an expectation that people have that you've got to dress it up nice. I don't see the benefit of that. It's like the whole Tom Brady. So we talked about Dak Prescott, right? So I saw a meme that says that he and Tony Romo both had identical playoff records in the stint that they were ahead of the team. And so the mediocrity, the same thing happens, right? And so like there are people, and I know friends personally, who immediately after a loss, they'll put up, like a very dramatic picture of the team and be like, next year, right? And it's like, cool. But for all of the times that you got to puff your chest out, for all the flags that you flew on your way to and from work, whatever, it's like, you deserve balance. So you deserve to hear and to see and to feel that ridicule because it's only surface level, because it's not about, it's just petty. It's not serious. It's not pointed. You don't like we've said before, you don't play for the team. So nothing someone says should make you that butthurt. But every time I talk about Tom Brady, I get someone in my DMs who's a friend or someone that I know personally, and they defend him. And it is an unusual thing. But it's par for the course. It's like the people who defended Trump. It's like, you don't know that man, and he wouldn't give you the time of day if you met him, but yet you stick your neck out to try and hypothesize, it's ridiculous the way that people jump through hoops. And it's like, so I posted something about Brady, and my guy from back home hit me up, and he was like, take it easy on Brady, bro. I'm like,
my best friend Tom?
No, it's not even that. It's like, my boy, he's an offensive lineman in college. Big dude. He does MMA now. He's on that tip to where he just sends me random right-wing stuff or stuff that a black person has said that should give context to his thought process or whatever. I'm just like, and so he's someone who I had to restrict on my account. So I get notifications and it's a request and it's him. And I'm just like, and I look at it and it's just a feed. He just sends me all these videos and stuff. I've literally had to tell him, I was like, yo, I get no value out of this. Please stop. I've told him to stop. And so he won't. And so it's like, do I cut him off completely and just say bye? I was like, he's that dude who's like 6'5", 250, 300 pounds, can dance his ass off. And so we used to go to parties and cut the fuck up. And I speak fondly on his behalf from those times. Everything now, man, I'm just like, yo, he makes it hard. He makes it tough to be a friend. And that's one of those things that's the reason why I'm not on a podcast. That I don't get invited to speak on things. It's because for the sake of capitalism, people want to be able to network and to move certain ways. And it's a lot easier. It's like church, right?
Mhm.
It's easier to get by if you just sign up. Ignore all of the other things. Ignore all of the problematic stuff. If you just sign up and everybody says yes and kumbaya, you get rewarded for that. And so I don't get rewarded in that behalf.
Fair enough.
Tis what tis.
Yes, sir.
Do I think I have value to add? Sure. Sure. In many spaces. But I'm not going to force myself. I'm not going to force my presence. I have value. I don't know how much people can take from it. So, and then even then, that pool of people, you've got to split it down the middle because it's either left or right, right?
Mhm.
Ugh, no thanks.
I don't know. I think one of the things we touched on too with Heather was I was like, I really dig the. I really started to enjoy more and more just us episodes because even when we disagree about something fundamentally, we both speak our piece and we nod. Go back to just.
But the thing
Why?
about those discussions is we don't let each other off the hook.
Right.
Like we hold each other accountable for investing in that thought, investing in that mindset, and not even like we're condemning it. We're just saying the math doesn't add up. And
so Heather goes, wait, you guys talk like adults?
I don't know. It's weird, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Unheard of in this day and age.
Everybody's growing up so fast, or they have access to so much so fast that they feel grown, or that they think that they're grown, but they don't have those lived experiences. They don't, like growth and time aren't interdependent. Like time will go on without people growing, but they will still age, and they'll be immature as hell. And it's weird because it's like, you will never shame a bodybuilder or someone who's in fantastic shape for wearing a cutoff.
Right.
For going hard at the gym. We won't go say, hey man, can you give 35% today so I feel more comfortable? But yet, if I have the mental capacity that's higher than someone else because of my lived experience, because of my curiosity, because of my willingness to learn, I'm supposed to tone that down on their behalf. And in my mind, I equate the two things. It's like me, sun's out, guns out, right?
Yep.
I'm going to flex my mental dexterity. And if you've got a problem with it, stay out of the gym.
Yeah, tough titty. Wrong arena.
I don't know why I could feel like a bad guy for that. And we've like the conversations that me and my dad have now. He's like, I don't like he said to me at one point, he was like, I don't think I'm a good person. I was like, you're one of the kindest people I know. What could you possibly mean by that? And he explained himself. And I was like, and I gave a sentiment similar to what I just said. And it was just like, it was the same thing. It's off the top. So I'm not even trying to like, these aren't like rigid principles that's like, if you're not this, you're wrong or whatever. It's like, this is math that has made sense to me. I followed through on it. It's worked out. I keep it moving. It's not my ego or my pride. None of that. Like I see so little value in bloviating your persona or your personality to people for the sake of that. Like I can't do that. So if and a lot of people get by with only that 35%. A lot. And then the more money you have, the more access, the more proximity to people with money, to people with things, you're able to breeze by. So a lot of people don't like to hear what I have to say, or they follow me for a certain reason, and then I step outside of the norm and still give the same context, but it touches something that they didn't like.
Yeah.
Then my follower count starts dipping down. I'm like, oh, whoops, sorry. I made this post the other day. It was about masturbating, and if you type in masturbation with master ER and you space, Apple will draw a red line underneath it because it's wrong. But for any other word, if you click on it, it will show you what the proper word is. If you click on it, nothing happens. You click away from it, the red line disappears. So I went back and I changed it to UR, clicked away from it, no red line. It acknowledges the right spelling. It won't correct you, bro. Why? That seems like such a weird thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I spelled masturbation wrong. And after going through it, I was like, it's actually a good thing because moderator or people who want to report you, it'll be like, it'll hit that thing that says, this usually triggers a report or someone throwing up a red flag. But like, so spelling it wrong on purpose, I was just like, oh, gotcha. I bypassed that. And then I had some stranger come by and be like, oh, it looks like spell check took the day off or whatever. He made something that had to do with masturbation. And I was like, cool, bro. Didn't at you. But people feel empowered, I guess, to come through and say, hey, you spelled this wrong. Thank you.
Grammar Nazis.
Thank you.
Big time.
Thank you for that.
I have a. Britt and I were coming home from Costco today. We were talking about something. And she goes, wow, these last 7 years have just flown.
Damn.
Start our time together and stuff. And I said, these last 7 years have dragged.
Wow.
And she got, because you can't toss me softballs like that. It's fucking church league. Knock it out of the park every time.
And you were in the car with her?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And she was visibly just heated. She was, I never wanted to punch you so hard. Well, that's not true. In a long time, I haven't wanted to punch you so hard. And I said, you can't give me something that easy. And she said something about, what's not easy? Hitting at, our maritals.
Right.
And I said, you ain't gonna lie to me. She goes, say that to your hand. You say that to your hand later. So I held up my hand and I went, hello! Hello, friend!
So she threatened you with a good time.
I think it broke the anchor because we're both laughing pretty hard.
Right.
There you go. That ties into your
Well, I mean,
masturbation.
that was perfect. That's great. It's like, but in defense of you, it's like, you gonna threaten me? If anybody knows how to fuck me, it's gonna be me.
That thing I've been doing since I was a wee lad.
You think I'm not gonna know how to touch me? What? Like, that's so funny, bro.
Well, it's kind of like growing up and then like HJs were such a thing. Why would I want you to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Big whoop. Listen, I can get this done in about 5 seconds.
However, doing it in a moving car. Was she driving? Was she the one driving?
No, I was.
Oh yeah, bro, you were defenseless.
I like to live.
That was a danger. Yeah, you're playing a dangerous game there, sir. I'm doing that on opposite couches.
Well, we were talking about on the way there. She had said something about, do you have any interest in going to the rock climbing park? And I said, no.
With the kids or without?
Yeah, with.
Okay.
And she goes, and then I said, I'd rather, pardon me. I said, I'd rather climb the mountain.
Hmm.
She goes, well, why? I said, you could die. And she goes, what? And I said, there's no thrill in me climbing up a rock with man-made hand and footholds, no matter the difficulties. It's definitely a workout. You gotta do it right. But you're sitting there, and then like you have safety harnesses and like a padded floor, and like I get it. I understand. I get the fun in it and the exercise of it and the woohoo. But if I'm gonna do something where I'm climbing up something, put some death in there. I'm gonna get to the top of that mountain, or I'm not. Like
That's interesting, man.
yeah, that ties into people who've experienced combat situations say stuff like that a lot. It's well, you know, that's why like fast cars and fast motorcycles are a big thing, especially when guys first get out. And you know, reckless behavior such as being beyond hammered, blacked out, drunk for years after. It ties into that because you're chasing that adrenaline kind of thing, and like yeah, give me my adrenaline. Let's do this.
So you wouldn't do a rock climbing because there's no danger element. So that doesn't translate into the gym, into working out?
No, like, if I were to treat it as a workout, like, I wouldn't go to a rock climbing gym for a workout.
Yeah, out of preference, of course.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that I've heard people in the past because I've explained what this is about, and they're like, oh, well, bodybuilders, they don't do anything. I say, okay, explain. I understand what you're trying to say, but articulate. And it usually gets summarized into they're preparing for something that never happens. So like you're getting shredded to be able to do something at an elite level, but you just drink energy drinks and you post about it online. And I go, there's truth to that. So when you say I couldn't do a rock climbing wall that's man-made, that's safety harnessed up to prevent you from getting hurt, you said that you needed an element of danger. And that makes me think of the people who shit on bodybuilding in general because it's for show.
Well, see, my thing is, I'm not shitting on nobody. If that's what you like to do.
No. The way that you said it, we'll watch this back, and the way that you talked about rock climbing and the people who do it, you said, and I understand there's form, I understand there's that. That's the same sentiment that people who give bodybuilding a disservice. I don't want to say shitting on, because I don't want to come across as if that's what the case is, but they don't give it the same value, the same way you wouldn't give the rock climbing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. It's not meant to be a matter of judgment. It's just I see the pattern, because I agree with you. But I'm so competitive that I would still do the rock climbing for the sake of overcoming the obstacle, because it's an obstacle. That's just it. It's an obstacle.
Okay. Well, are we racing to the top? Like there's you know what I mean? Like I would need something like that.
Okay.
You know, like
so just making it to the top wouldn't be enough, even if it was really fucking hard.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, as someone who's been in a war zone,
no, I would need.
Makes sense.
I would need the. I would definitely need the. Like you gotta make this race. It's gotta be for. For something. Like
yeah.
First person to the top. Picks dinner or something.
Because bodybuilding is the exact opposite of that. It is a long, slow game.
You know what, Matt? Good.
Ooh, where's Matt? Where we got? There we go. Hey, shout out to Flex.
And cool.
But you know what's actually the fun part of that is the rappelling.
Rappelling is fun.
So I went to church camp when I was 11, 12
Mhm.
ish, and they had a rock climbing wall, and my older brother was there with me, and we were like, bet. Whatever the record is, like, just let me know. Let's go. And so we both got up it. I think I went first. I got up it the fastest in our group. Then he went up, got it the fastest out of everybody. I went down, and it took most kids, we're 11, 12. It makes most kids 8 and 9 little boops down. It took me 3. Boo, boo, boo.
Mhm.
Ground. My brother did it in 2.
Mhm.
So we had that little thing going between us. But like, yeah, man, rappelling is fun. After you spend that much time, your hands, the grip, all that, like being able to just relax and let that and still enjoy
Nope.
the way down. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I did rock climbing at Amazing Jake's or one of the little places uptown, Bounce House or something like that. But I probably butchered both those names. But they had a rock climbing wall, and my daughter, my oldest, man, she's got that spunk, and so everything had to be a competition. They have like one of those the giant walls that you run up, the American Ninja Warrior walls, and
Nice.
so of course she tried to do the bigger one. She didn't get anywhere close to it, and so I wound up having to do the big one next to her while she did the middle one, and it was fun once that. But she wants to do the exact same thing as me, even though she can't. What's Flex say?
To me, I thought it would be mostly upper body. However, it's the opposite. You depend on your leg strength more and focus on hand placement and resting.
Hey, you see those people there in phenomenal shape, and they got Popeye forearms, and they got strong ass legs.
Yeah. My friend Dana was a coach at a rock climbing wall for a long time. She loved teaching that stuff.
Yeah. I joke every time we watch the show. I'm like, I could do that. I could do that.
Danny and I interviewed a cat that was on American Ninja Warrior on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That show will come out probably in a month or so.
Do you know his name?
Oh God. His name is.
You just talked to him.
Yeah, dude. It was a really good conversation too.
You have 6 kids. Yeah.
His name is Matt Roth.
Matt Roth. Okay.
Yeah. Nope. It is not. He has a funky German last name. And this is the guy that we're trying to interview sometime.
So Matt Roth is not who you talked to.
No, the guy we talked to is Matt Feldhaus.
Mm.
Okay. See, it was a Matt. I got confused. I just got confused.
But yeah, I'd like to go to one of the adult courses and try my hand at the obstacles and stuff, just to see if I could complete it. Not even for time, not even for rank. Like, I'm 40, bro. Like, the idea of that's a young man's game. Being top of the hill. I just want to be able to complete. I want to be able to complete it all. That's it.
Did you ever have you watched that show Special Forces at all?
I have not. I saw it, and I've seen the advertisements for it and the previews for it, but I haven't tuned in yet. Are you watching it?
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's because Rudy Reyes is on there.
Who is that?
Rudy Reyes is a retired recon Marine and private contractor. But he's one of the staff, one of these former security force, special force guys doing that's helping guide and train these celebrities and retired athletes through this special forces training. And I was introduced to him through a mini-series called Generation Kill, which was an HBO miniseries about recon unit and the original push through Iraq. Not the original push, but beginning after like shock and awe and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Operation Iraqi Freedom stuff. Yeah, Rudy's a good dude. Yeah. Fucking Lex Chef knows everybody. Well, you get Fruity Rudy on the show then.
I'm just learning these. I'm just learning names and stuff. So like,
Oh. No, but he's I was introduced him to the show Generation Kill, and he just seems like a pretty chill dude. But watching him like kind of turn on that little green in him when he's ripping Dwight Howard's ass. Like
well, Dwight Howard, he got a lot of flack when he was in LA because he was soft, or he was labeled as soft because he was 7 foot, well-built dude who did not have the same emphasis that Shaq did. So he was labeled as a pushover. So I'd be I did see that he was in it, and I was interested to see how he would react to it, but I know his personality, so I've gotten a good idea how it's gonna go. But tough is tough.
he's not doing bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely so far had some moments where he was made humble.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting to see and watch. But like, it's got the not Jessica Biel girl from Seventh Heaven, and then the blonde sister, and then
I don't think I ever knew her name, but I think I know who you're talking about.
yeah, and then one of the Bachelorette chicks, one of the ladies from Real Housewives show, Scary Spice was on there.
Jesus.
Mike Piazza. Oh, and the one that I've enjoyed watching the most is Anthony Scaramucci. Do you remember him?
The old press secretary, the short-lived.
Yeah, the dude that was the press secretary for like a week.
Did he go to prison?
No.
That's not him? No, it's the other one. Cohen or something like that.
Yep. And then Dr. Drew was there, but he had like a medical emergency like after the first event.
Like Gray Fox, Silver Fox, Dr. Drew.
What's her name? From Kate Plus 8. Kate. She fell wrong into one of the things and like fucked her neck up. Was out the first event. Like it's pretty intense stuff. Danny Amendola there.
She fell wrong and messed up her neck. That's
Jamie Lynn Spears is on there. Britney Spears' sister. Was spoilers.
so a whole bunch of people no one's checking for, or
and then like people like I can see maybe the athletes having a shot kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like in order to do this kind of stuff, you have to have Kate -1. You have to be in some semblance of shape and have like a strong mental fortitude kind of thing. And man, you watch some of those people just crumble easy. It makes me giggle. It makes me giggle.
Yeah, didn't her and is his name John? I know that for no reason.
The ex-husband
girl. Yeah. Yeah. I just know the only thing I remember from that is that they had a messy divorce or something like that, and that her haircut was
the original Karen brought it out.
Yep.
Was the meme.
She unleashed the Karen crack and oh man.
Hey. We've been rolling.
Oh, we're past an hour already? God.
Yeah.
Bless it.
We've talked about nothing.
We were really good at talking about nothing.
We did it, buddy. We walked in here with the show with no plan.
And we spoke for 20 minutes solid before this. About shit that we should have actually talked about. And didn't record it.
as per tradition, my friend.
It's a talent.
Got skills. You gotta have we should probably set up like a B-roll or something.
Oh, I've got to just hit record every time we start this.
So yeah. Flex Chef is saying that the Special Force Challenge is only 10 days.
Mm.
Yeah, but like there is some like I guess celebrity chef or something that was on there too.
Mhm.
He's like yeah, I can see there's a lot of parallels between the kitchen world and the Special Force world.
Yikes.
Things have to be a certain way. And he quit like right away. It makes like because I was just a lowly infantry rifleman whose whole job was walking around all day and running and carrying heavy shit. I'm watching these challenges. I'm like, that looks dope. I would love to do something like that.
So you wouldn't rock
I agree.
a fake man-made structure, but you would relive terrible training conditions.
If it was for a purpose, for sure.
So for TV.
Yeah. Or like sure. Yeah. I mean like or it was working towards like a real world scenario where you just get a bunch of like crusty veterans back together and you throw them in a house and like, congratulations, you guys are. I'd be like, okay. you know, I think that'd be rad.
You know Britain would
I-
not let you leave the house for that.
No.
No way in hell.
No.
The time would stop flying by if that was the case.
I would love to do something like that. That'd be cool.
I would love to see you do that, like in the element. I remember seeing my dad try out for American Gladiators, and just all the guys around that were just beefcakes, and the way that they would just be watching these guys try out and just laughing. And I'm like super jazzed because my dad's part of it and he wound up making an alternate or whatever. So he didn't actually get to go on, but he would be the same as you. Like he would go so fucking hard for the sake of doing it because he's just that competitive.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Sorry, sidebar. I ran into Eric Bartel last week.
Right? I don't know who that is.
Yeah. So Eric Bartel, when Flex Chef was going through it, he was the like
Head
the head
honcho?
dude in charge. He was the boss of the camp.
Gotcha.
And Eric is a former Army Raksan captain when he got out.
Mhm.
And, he's a good dude. He left Fit Ops to pursue more of his own thing, social media presence, and his own companies and things that he promotes. He's a real cool cat. I hit him up from time to time just to check on him because I know he's busy with his, actually verified accounts. And he did a Mr. Beast video. He was like, he and his buddy did a Mr. Beast video. Fucking rad. You know who that is?
I only because I'm in the content creation circle, like people will bring his name up as like a comparison. Like that's what you should strive your videos to look like. So
Yeah, I mean, he's done all kinds of cool shit. I'm proud of him. But yeah, he lives out there in Tennessee. Mr. Flex Chef. He got a blue check. He got a blue check on the gram. Yeah, well, Source Wolfpod got a blue check on Twitter for 8 bones a month. So we're just as cool. So suck it. We're influential. I need that cut.
no, man, you earned that one.
No, I need the cut of it.
Oh, then you get yeah. I'll chop that up and I'll send it directly to Elon.
We got our blue check.
You get a certificate, you get a notification or anything, or it's just like thank you. You get an invoice, you get a receipt.
Hey, I get my invoice and my receipt.
Oh
And then-
boy.
And then I get more posting options. It's great.
And then you can so imagine if you got a lawn chair and you went out to your square plot in Ireland on your blue checkmark certified. It'd be your little kingdom.
I am the shit. Is what's going on here.
Sir, what is it again? What's your full title?
Lord,
Lord, yes.
Lord Dr. Jacob. Lord Dr. Reverend Jacob B. Howard.
Whose practices on a 1 square plot in Ireland.
What do you practice? Religion. I'm a doctor of divinity. Holiest man you know.
Oh,
What's happening?
that's fantastic.
That's all I got before we descend into madness, my friend.
No, that's perfect. That's a perfect way to end it. Go ahead and get us out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to the Silver Spoon Podcast. We love Flex Chef. Good night.
Bye.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.